Website.
Oh, yeah. Start.
Okay. Yep.
Well, welcome back again. What's a Thursday without a technical difficulty? Let's just call them Thursday Techie Days. Anyways, welcome to Deanne Fitzpatrick's Wild with Wool. Deanne is away from us today because she's in Halifax. As many of you are aware, Deanne is receiving her honorary degree from Mount St. Vincent's University in recognition of her work and commitment to fiber arts. If anybody is interested in actually watching her speech during the convocation ceremonies tomorrow, someone has posted kindly on Wild with Wool the linkage that you can actually click on and watch. And convocation there in Nova Scotia is between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Now today we also have a very special guest. It's a good friend of Angela's, and we're going to meet that person or item later on. And we're doing bagged lunches today, as you can tell. It's a long work day and staff packed big bagged lunches. Well, actually, it's for another little surprise we're doing. It's been a busy week, so Terry and Darla and Deanne and Kathy and Greg and everybody else has been busy working on your new patterns and kits for the big red rug promotion that's on for color shading. You can still get it, it's on there. We also have the other pattern, larger pattern called 9 Blooms. Now when you sign up for that $29.95 course, you also get 2 free downloadable patterns as well. We still have spaces in the kit of the month for this month. The kit of the month this month is called Bella Garden, and it's a beautiful floral design. One of Deanne's originals. Greg is actually dyeing and building these today. But if you wish to get one of these, just book it on the website or give us a call. There's $129.95. You can join the program and then discontinue it whenever you so wish. Otherwise, you can choose for a monthly subscription or a quarterly subscription. Now, since we were thinking with Deanne being away, she just completed an exhibit over at the Fog Art Gallery in Sackville, New Brunswick. And there's some of those pieces you may not have seen, but there's also rugs that unless you're physically here in the store in Amherst, Nova Scotia, you may not get to see. So Terry and Mary are actually going to take and show us some of the artwork that adorns the walls here. We've taken them down. So they're going to bring out one piece at a time, and then Angela and Lorna are going to show them to you. Some of them are really quite unique, and they're all equally beautiful. Well, maybe some are more beautiful than others. You know how it goes. So what do we get up first, Terry?
Peace Over the Village.
So this is called Peace Over the Village. This is one of her new ones from the exhibit. So this is where she's got her birds coming down. And this is a series that she actually did of birds to flowers. Thank you, Terry. And Miss Mary, what do you got?
Watching Over One.
Watching Over number 1.
Yeah.
So she did a couple of rugs where she's displayed different types of architecture in salt box or cracker box. So these are from Newfoundland. Again, this is part of that same exhibit. That thing's not in your way, is it?
This one is Flower for the Birds.
So this one is Flowers for the Birds. This is quite a long, wide one. It's in our back office there, and it's right above where we all love to get our tea or coffee. And Miss Mary, your next one?
Is called Midnight Glory.
So this is a nice 14 by 14 piece. And she did a series of these as well as the next one that Terry is going to show us.
Birds to the Flowers 3.
So this is Birds to the Flowers 3. textures that are put through it to actually create quite a different dimensions on things.
Kathy, are we on Facebook?
Yes.
And here comes a very unique one. Mary, what's this called?
Cedars in the Storm.
So this is Cedars in the Storm, and this is one that I always talk to people in the back because there are actually, it's kind of a couple of hidden figures in it. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but people oftentimes will say they see the moose, which is on this side, the spirit of the moose. And then we also have the nutchuck, which is here. Here's his head, his arms. The little church is his boot, and his other foot is there. Oftentimes you see a rug and you actually see different things in them. That's what I see. This is probably one of my most loved pieces of Deanne's, although there's one more that I like even better.
Farmer's Fields.
So this is called Farmer's Fields. It's a geometric agricultural piece. And I love this, being a farm boy, as well as seeing the fields when I drive to and from work. I find this is just beautiful. But it's also a great showing that you can do something in a very simplistic geometric design, but also pop it up with all the different textures. Thank you.
Kathy, you're still good on there?
Yep.
So if someone's just saying they're not on DF or Facebook or DSF, but just refresh your screen, that might...
Yep. So if you're having trouble on Facebook or on DFS and it's freezing, just refresh your browser on that. Now, we're going to do a little thing where we've actually asked people here today to participate with their brown bags to build surprise palettes for our surprise guest. Is somebody going to bring our guest out? Greg, are you doing the guest display?
I don't even know where the guest is.
Uh-oh. The guest is missing.
Our guest is gone?
It's right there.
Oh no, they found the guest. Because we all work with callers as well as people in the studio helping people pick colors, we've actually asked people to actually do their own personalized palette of our special guest called Rocco.
Do you want me to switch right here?
If you want, sure.
You want my switch?
Unless you want to go ahead.
Okay.
So Mary is now this is not one of Deanne's rugs. But this is Angela's cat, Rocco.
And some of you may recognize Rocco because he actually has been on the show before. But he was a lot smaller.
And I can feel Rocco's claws right now.
He's
What's he
nervous.
looking at me?
Nervous.
You're holding on. You want? Yes.
Kitty, kitty.
So the staff have all done individual color palettes. So if they were going to hook the cat, they picked out different items from the studio. So we're going to get each of them to go through. And then we'll put a tag beside it so you can see that. Because color is individualized as to how we perceive it, as well as texturing. So, and what you pick for a palette may not necessarily be what you will use because your mind may change several times. But I think what we'll do is we'll get Greg to go first, and Greg will move.
So basically the idea behind this is I want to hook a rug using Rocco's color palette. So I'm not necessarily going to hook Rocco himself, but I just love his coloring so much with that little hint of blue in his eye that I thought it would make a beautiful rug.
So Greg, what have you picked out for Rocco?
I picked out wool cloth, a gray wool cloth for the darker gray areas, and a New Zealand stream called Dreaming of Sand. So,
Harbor
that
Mist.
that is Harbor Mist. Yeah. And then just a straight white Briggs and Little.
So Greg kept his palette very simple.
Just like Greg.
Just like Greg, he says. So then I think we'll get Terry to do hers next. And I'll take this out of the way. Oops.
I got midnight black velvet would be perfect for the nose. That is nice, Rocco. Look at this is no, it's Grand Chunky. Except for the puppies. Back off. And for his tail, some fleece bundle, charcoal. And I thought this was yeah, I see. Llama Natural Chunky. It's a nice gray color. And I picked the same as Greg for... I picked the same as Greg for the Harbor Mist New Zealand strain. And this, I thought, for Rocco's beautiful eyes, although in the picture that we saw, you could see more of the blue. That is New Zealand stream, and it is Lost Blue. This is Merino Natural, Merino stream, and this is Eco Tweed Chunky, which kind of, if Rocco's picked up any dirt, you can... There, that's my color palette.
Well, thank you.
Ingrid is asking if Rocco's a Himalayan.
A ragdoll Himalayan.
Right.
So, Kathy, do you want to come and do yours next?
As soon as I finish taking.
Okay, Mary, come on up here.
Mary's right there.
Oh, there you are. Sorry. I couldn't see you past the cat. The cat's so big.
I'll try it.
Oh,
There we go.
Poor Mary, you're probably going to be white now.
Oh, it's like just like home. Now I want a disclaimer because we went on a picture, and now that I see him in person, he's really got more brown than I thought. A lot more brown. So I went with a lot of grays, but I too just picked a nice soft natural, which was what's that one? Big Softy, isn't it?
Grand Chunky.
Grand Chunky. And then I just picked something off the texture wall, which does have some brown in it, so that one was a little better. And a Drops Big Merino for his eyes.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. And a Noro Color 3 for some of the gray I thought maybe, but now it's not looking as gray. So
Yeah, that was my picture. Sorry, Mary.
I feel like it was a big chaos with the picture. Charcoal I picked as well. Some nice soft for around his face. And then I just picked a couple more. This one I think would be more suitable now seeing him in person because it's got a little bit more brown in that. But this one is the Llama Natural Chunky color number 107. And it's got a hint of the brown, I would say, more so than this one, which I think you picked too, Terry, was the Eco Tweed. And it is called Silver. I picked a lot. I picked a bit of a wool cloth as well, just in the shades of gray that I thought also sort of maybe around his face for a different texture. Harbor Mist, like Terry and Greg both picked. Silver gray studio dye, which I thought was good. And for his nose, I picked the Sari Ebony.
Oh, nice. Oh, wait, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, sorry.
Look at that.
There.
so
I was also wondering if Rocco's the studio mascot.
I think he should be the studio cat.
What do you think?
He looked pretty comfortable in the shipping room. He found a spot, so he should stay.
but in case for anyone who doesn't know, this is Mary and Terry. And they...
Apparently you don't know.
Nice to meet you too. Well, people just come and go so often. It's just kind of like... Not really. But they do a lot of your packing. They also answer the phone. They also do color consults on the phone as well. And they're great with people and great with helping people develop your own palettes. Because although we can recommend a color for you, it's you who's actually seeing it and using it. And you're actually seeing what the other aspects are. It can be challenging sometimes when we do get a digital image or a photograph. We do our best because the coloration on everybody's screens is always a little bit different. So, Miss Kathy, how about you?
All right.
Oh, the
like, you ready? There we go.
Woo!
So, I wanted to really kind of pop out and make Rocco 3D. So I really like the idea of using some natural fleeces in the two different color shades that I saw mostly in his face. I thought this would be like really scary for his eyes, so I thought that would be really good. There was a back chair, so I thought velvet would be good for that, and maybe even parts of his paws or maybe his nose. And then all of these just kind of really worked together, I thought, nicely. A little bit of hand dyed, some chunky. He's got that highlight of grays and little tiny bits of pinks, and the lichen and lace would go well with that together as well. All different sizes and textures, a little bit of twist, and then just throw some craziness in there for fun. So I wouldn't do it realistic. I would do it like just, sticking out, like hair sticking out everywhere from his ears and mustache and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and then I picked a couple of cloths from the back of the chair. There was a nice piece of wood, and there was another like wainscoting or something in the picture as well. So, and I thought the browns go really nicely, and the bit of a Wedgwood blue goes nicely with all of that color as well. So that could be a great background. So those are the colors I picked.
Very nice.
Right.
Yep, very nice, Kathy. So in case anybody's curious about what everybody's picked, we'll actually enter a comment on Facebook listing the product that each person picked for their palette. So if you're looking to find one of these, or if you're doing your own cat, or you could also be a dog that you're doing, it's there. But this is basically our technical Thursday Deanne Fitzpatrick's Wildwood Wool. This is episode 98. 2 episodes to go till 100. So I'm sure they're planning something extremely special for that one. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next week when Deanne will be back with us all. Everyone take care, stay safe, and have a good long weekend if you're in Canada. And everyone be blessed and hooked well.
Say bye, Rocco.
Hey, bye, Rocco.